colors: red, yellow, blue. What color are you? I am bright pink. My mother is lavender. My father is sea green. My little brother is a wild rainbow. Red, yellow, blue, or magenta, fuchsia, teal. Are you ruby red, saffron, ebony, sapphire? Are you iridescent mother of pearl? Are you a kaleidoscope, a cacophony of colors, sounds, ideas, questions, hopes, and dreams? Each of us is a kaleidoscope, as each of us is a unique human being with individual tastes, interests, and talents. We are as individual as the infinity of colors that spring from the building blocks of red, yellow, and blue. In his book, Walden, the philosopher Henry David Thoreau said, "If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured or far away." Thoreau's words are a challenge. They are a challenge to love yourself as you are, to love others as they are. They are a challenge to rise above the ordinary. They are a challenge to change the world by daring to be different and accepting difference. Thoreau's words exalt the power to change lives. Individuality is a vital component of a successful individual as well as a successful society. Individuality is universal, yet it applies to each of us personally. One reason for this is because the human psyche functions on an individual level. Each mind is influenced by factors and interests in a person's childhood. The ability to think and be an individual is a key part of being human. Individuality is natural. Conformity is forced upon us by society. Human beings are individuals. Thoreau's words emphasize this notion. What Thoreau is saying is that every person is unique, and it is okay to be original. One's taste may suit one or even several people, but that does not mean it is meant for everyone. If a person does not follow or conform to others, she merely has a different purpose or calling. She hears a different drummer, and that is perfect. Not only should people follow what their heart desires or what their drummer drums, but they should allow others to do the same. Thoreau states, "Let him step to the music he hears," meaning do not hinder someone from doing what they do just because it is different. However measured or far away their music is, it is theirs, and it cannot be taken away. Even more, individuality, not conformity, produces greatness. It is difficult to be yourself when that is not always what others want you to be. The pressures are everywhere in our society to conform. Physically, socially, spiritually, academically, there is always some way to be more normal. But advertising and media, TV, music, and movies send millions of messages to today's generation to conform, to look a certain way, sound a certain way, act a certain way, will make you cool. In a society where cool is sacred, to express yourself differently, you risk becoming unpopular and being labeled an outcast. Living by Thoreau's simple idea would create much more happiness and self-appreciation. It is difficult to appreciate yourself when you are told you are not good enough. By rising above and believing you are good enough, you are remaining true to yourself. Trying to march to the beat of the wrong drummer is uncomfortable and unnatural. Why should people be so self-destructive as to have to do that. Nevertheless, this is the mistake that people often make. They degrade themselves and force themselves to be something they are not. They strain to hear a drummer that is not theirs, and they fall out of step. The course of human history has been influenced by individuals, and the future will be as well. An individual will explore something they enjoy and find interesting, whether or not those around them consider it important or popular. Let us stop a moment and look at some of history's greatest outcasts. Albert Einstein did not like the popular sports his peers enjoyed playing after school, but instead went home and amused himself with his chemistry sets, eventually creating who he would be as an adult and how he would change the world through science. Pablo Picasso, who instead of following along with the traditional path he was taught in art school, took risks and found his own vision. He branched out in a new direction of art to create Cubism, which helped to make surrealism, expressionism, and abstract art possible. Gandhi, the little man in sandals and a muslin robe, who worked to bring a peaceful revolution in a time of chaos and destruction in his country, and single-handedly brought down the British Empire. And lastly, Bill Gates, the Harvard dropout who changed the world with a machine no bigger than this page. To sum it up, a society of individuals is different from a society of conformists because it is richer, stronger, and more advanced. Many people have difficulty living by Thoreau's ideology. With his words, Thoreau is trying to tell people to be themselves. Forget the social pressures telling you to conform. Do what you believe in. Let others do the same. This message demonstrates just how judgmental the world is today. People are reluctant to be themselves out of fear of being judged. Those that do remain true to themselves are ridiculed. By taking Thoreau's advice, the world would become much more accepting and open. Many of the world's greatest problems are caused by judgment. Prejudice is a form of prejudgment. Genocide results from the hateful characterization of a group of people who are, in fact, all individuals and not a generalization. Incidents like Columbine happen because individuals are targeted and ostracized. By allowing people to express themselves in any fashion they choose, you are allowing them to be human. Denying them this strips them of their individuality and feeling of self. This is the point at which humanity begins to become lost. We are defined by what makes us happy and what we love to do. We are defined by whether we are proactive and choose to do what we love versus being reactive and the way others say we should be. We are defined by the beat of our own drummer. We are defined by our opinions and ideas, and even more, how we put those ideas to work to change the world around us. This challenge is universal and applies to any age, any gender, any socioeconomic group. Conformity may be easy, but individuality is the path to greatness. Primary colors: red, yellow, blue. What color are you? I am bright pink. My mother is lavender. My father is sea green. My little brother is a wild rainbow. Red, yellow, blue. Or magenta, fuchsia, teal. Are you ruby red, saffron, ebony, sapphire? Are you iridescent mother of pearl? Are you a kaleidoscope, a cacophony of colors, sounds, ideas, questions, hopes, and dreams? What color are you? Thank you.